How about that? Well, good afternoon. Happy Friday,
Is
everybody. That's your camera,
Wow.
and that's my camera. I'm Roxanne. This is Jerrod Neimann.
Pleasure.
Woo!
And the crowd goes mild. The crowd goes mild.
Welcome to Detroit. It's been a little bit.
It has, It's always great. It doesn't feel like it because, every time you come here, you just pick up right where you left off. It's great.
I know. That's how life kind of works, doesn't it?
Well, not every place. Some places I never would go back. I wouldn't say, but here
I was
always
like,
have
do tell.
I always have a great time. Always.
Well, I saw because, we get to see everything you're doing on social media. It's the great thing about being a fan. So you just came back from that Live in the Vineyard concert.
Yeah, we were out in Napa.
How was that?
Well, I can't believe they let us in, but it was awesome. It's great to try to radiate some culture in your life from time to time, even if you weren't.
Is that your first
born
time
that
out
way.
there to wine country?
No, I've been there a few times. Just you just end up all over this beautiful country, but out there, man, it really is. Just when you talk about actual country people, there's so many farms out there. And You think of
Yeah.
California, you think of Hollywood, but out there's over 30 different soil types. That's where everything grows. Anything can grow out there, so that's why obviously they chose Napa, and it's just a special place. So if you're a farmer, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm originally from California, so very
Where
familiar
at?
with. I actually grew up in Los Angeles.
No, L.A.
Yeah, I'm a
lot of
Southern
family there.
California babe.
Well, I wondered why you're perfect.
And I married a man from Detroit, so here I am.
Well, he has some game. Yeah.
So we're very excited to have you. Big show tonight, Coyote Joe's. Tickets are still available, guys, so come on out and
They
party
are?
with us. Not many, but tickets are available at the door, so we're ready to party with you tonight.
Well, you know what? Well, like I said, when we come, I'm a fellow Midwesterner, so when I
Yeah,
come
Kansas
back,
boy.
you gotta, this is a part of it's our last leg of our throw down till we throw up tour, and we thought it would be a great place to.
Well, a lot of that happens at Coyote Joe's.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And, your song, Drink to That All Night, it's a classic party song, one of my favorites.
Well, thank you.
So we're looking
Yeah,
forward
it's
to drinking all night with you.
Well, it seems to be, everybody probably thinks I'm like a severe alcoholic. No comment. But the truth is, I when you get started playing in the bars, you kind of just stick to what you know. So it's just, just your comfort zone. And so I always love playing our favorite honky tonks. And, like I said, that's where I got started. It's probably, I'll probably be buried in one day. Like, Prop Me Up Beside the Jukebox by Joe Diffie is going to be sang at my funeral.
There it is. Your new album, This Ride, I love it. So
Thank
many
you.
great songs on it, but I love Come Back, I love, of course, the new single, I Got This, God Made a Woman. You knocked it out of the park.
I got to say, you're making me blush because you named more songs on my album than my wife can. So I appreciate that.
Because she's just so captured by you.
Yeah, legally.
It's yeah, you got her good. But
Well, thank you.
I love the album.
But thank
and
you. That means a lot to me. It's we get the opportunity to make music and you learn as you go, and it's one of those albums where I've been fortunate enough to co-produce every record I've made, and so as life goes on, lyrically it's a snapshot of your life, but musically it's really like all your albums kind of purate into one because you're always just learning as you go. And so thank you for taking the time to check it out. It's definitely my favorite. Not that anybody ever puts out an album that says this is my worst one. Check it out.
Well,
It's always the best, but it really is. I feel like it is my best album.
Aw, yeah. I mean, you definitely have come full circle. So as a songwriter, artist, you obviously do both. What is your preferred way to spend your day, performing or writing?
It's such a different entity to me. That's like comparing eating and drinking, I guess. Maybe not. But I don't know, because it's so fun to be able to write. Like this, there's so many, millions of songs have been written. And when someone's kind enough to take your song and say, hey, I want to say this amongst all the other songs, it's such an exciting feeling. Even when, you write your own music, but to get on stage and tell your story and sing your song, I mean, that's the best ever. But it's so weird because they're so different. I mean, I really couldn't
Like them both.
couldn't choose. Yeah, it's just different.
I'm
so
sure it would be
different.
hard to choose.
Yeah.
So your song, I Got This, what a fun, upbeat song. And when I first heard it, it just made me think about, how country is really kind of crossing over to some other genres, top 40. And it has that feel-good vibe like a train record. Like, would you like to see yourself kind of cross over like some other artists are, the Sam, Hunt, obviously. We have Florida Georgia Line over there.
I don't know. I think that obviously the more people you can bring into, if you're crossing over to bring more people into country music, like a gateway drug, so to speak, then maybe. But, we're all such a giant family that everybody works so hard on both sides of the curtain that I feel like sometimes when you step outside of the box, you're kind of cheating on those people that brought you to the dance, if that makes sense. And so obviously, like I said, if you're going over there for a second and coming back with more people, then I think it's cool. But if you're going away and staying away, then off with your head.
Yeah. I like it. Stay authentic to who you are. You're a country artist.
Yeah.
From Kansas.
That's right.
Good old Kansas boy. So we're talking to Jerrod Neimann, your big show tonight, Coyote Joe's. Do you have somebody opening up for you? You have someone on tour with you right now?
We don't have anybody on tour.
I can open up.
You can?
Yeah.
Well?
Me and my rowdy friends. We come up with something.
Ooh. A puppet show. RJ, this is a family show. Sorry, we're still in 3rd grade, apparently.
Most
Not
boys
you.
are.
Yes.
Yes.
See, you're raising us right now.
Well, you need a timeout. Get in the corner.
Comfortable there.
Yeah. So the album, This Ride Tonight, we're going to hear, obviously, all of that. And do you have a favorite cover song you like to play, an ode to one of your country heroes we might hear tonight? Or do you just kind of get out there and vibe the crowd and then do whatever? Because Coyote Joe's is kind of one of those places. Well,
we always kind of do our set list, so to speak, in pencil, figuratively, because we stray away from it quite a bit. So if someone,
yells
out something, a lot of times we'll audible and go to it. Obviously, a lot of great artists and songwriters made us all want to move to Nashville, so it's fun to. So we usually just do our show, and then if we're fortunate enough to get encored, then we usually rock out some of those, old Alabama or Charlie Daniels, or we'll even switch over to if it's really crazy, we'll do some Sublime or Bob Marley.
Hey, it's gonna get crazy tonight.
It is.
So what is your favorite thing about Nashville and country music right now? Who's out there right now that you're impressed by, younger artist or band?
Not really anyone.
Nobody. Just Jerrod Neimann.
No, actually, I love Devin Dawson's song.
Yeah.
That was my jam. Dylan Scott's new song and Rodney Atkins and Lee Brice are pretty solid. No, there is a lot of great new talent.
A lot of female country coming around.
Kale Dobbs, we just did it. He was there. I was really impressed with him, and he's totally full of crap. So I really liked him a lot.
Yeah,
he reminds me of some other
being
people.
Being a boy.
Yeah, he was really awesome. When it comes to girls, I like Runaway June. They're great because we get to do some guitar pulls together, and you really get to just kind of have the best seat in the house and hear a lot of great music. And those girls, I was just really I know them. I've known them a long time, but just to hear them live, acoustic, it was really, really incredible.
Yeah, we love Runaway June. We've had him here a couple times. Yeah, so I hear you might be doing some sort of singer, songwriter tour, acoustic tour. Is that something that you're working on after all this is done? Yeah,
I would love to. That's the thing is we get to do guitar pulls and stuff, but I feel like some of these venues that you don't get to go back and play often, you might be able to bring a buddy, like, I don't know, Tyler Farr or Lee Brice, and just go and just kind of tell some of your stories and play some tunes, because we all got our foot in the door writing songs for other people, and it's fun. On stage, you obviously can't go too in-depth into that, but if it's kind of like a unplugged or acoustic style, you can kind of do a little more of a campfire, bonfire, or living room style hang.
Kind of like this.
Yeah.
We're hanging.
You bring the rolling studio in, and
so tell me a story. We want to hear a story on Facebook, right?
Most of the stories I have usually better told in
the dark.
The moon's out.
It is a different vibe during the day being a rock star.
I was thinking about court, when people go to court and they're telling their stories. That's the most insipid, bland, Melba toast environment, and nothing's funny in that environment. So I feel like people that go to court really get a bad rap.
Have you stood in front of a judge, Jerrod?
I feel like if they had the cameras to tell their story of what happened, I have a friend of a friend that, that made me feel this way.
So your single, I Got This. If everybody doesn't have his album, at least get the single because it's a fun song. As we head into summer, like I love upbeat stuff right now this time of year.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, a
Tell me a
friend of
story
mine
about
once
that
told
song.
me that slow songs in the summer are. Someone told me one time that slow songs released in the summer are just murder, horrible for PPM.
Would that be that
So
guy right over there?
That's why I released this up tempo 3 minute and 2 second 4 on the floor barn burner. I took the advice of a dear beloved friend, and so
that means we're gonna play it.
yeah, well, I mean, but I will say this. All joking aside, I got this. When you record songs, there's songs that you need to hear that get you through what you're going through, but then there's songs that take you to a place you want to be. And I got this. I like the imagery in it. I like the, roll down the window, crank up WYCD to 10, maybe 11 if you have a cool enough stereo. And I mean, that's what it's all about. Is days like this. It's so beautiful outside. We were just talking about the weather earlier. I mean, that's why you record those songs, is to enjoy them in moments like this.
Yeah, roll the windows down and crank it up. Jerrod
Yeah.
Neimann.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for chatting with us today. Hopefully everybody's coming out tonight. Coyote Joe's. Get your tickets at the door.
That's right. Come
I got
party.
this.
Don't show up not ready to have fun, because we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So hopefully you'll let us play some music, and we'll get a little rowdy.
Get a little rowdy. All right. See you guys later.
It's the weekend.